Hola. I am weary. I'm weary, folks. I'm weary. I wanted to make a video. I wanted to talk, but I'm weary, right? I'm in my weary era. We're back in the same spot. The bed's kind of made. The clothes, there's still clothes there. I can't. Today, I want to talk about that. I want to talk about me because who else better to talk about than me? And maybe you can find this relatable. As someone who is maybe undiagnosed ADHD, a touch of autism, and I'm being so for real right now. I just can't. I just can't with people. I can't with the world. I can't with people. I'm over it. Recently, I was having these awakenings about just me, and I was like, oh my God, I need to go get tested, because like, you ever have like an issue with yourself and you're like, not that you want to have a diagnosis, like I would love to be a healthy individual. God, what I would give to not have to have ever struggled with depression or suicide or anxiety or any of these things. Oh no, but I'm one of God's strongest soldiers, and he said, I'm gonna gift you this, and then just threw up on me. Maybe also one of those things, the part of the throw up was ADHD, I don't know. But I was just having these realizations, these inclinations, and these inklings, and I was like, you know, I would love to be able to put a name to what's going on, because at least if I can name it, I can find a solution of why I feel this way. I trust. I've been in therapy. I've been doing the work. But I feel like this is definitely more than just like an emotional issue. It's mental illness. It's something. I was like, let's consider, babes. Let's consider. We might be a little crazy in the brain. We might be a little cuckoo. We might be a little bit out of control. And so then I looked up things about testing for ADHD. And you know, that's where I'm at, looking into that and talking to my therapist, because I'm like, I love you, Caitlin. I love you, girl, but you are not a psychiatrist, and I need meds. I need to be drugged. Just kidding. I don't want to get on medication. I don't want to be medicated. I mean, it would be nice to not feel anything, but I don't want to be medicated. That's what the power of Jesus and the Holy Spirit's for, y'all. You heard the lady. At least that's what they say down here in the deep south. The deep south where I'm from. That's where I'm at. Like, that's where I'm at mentally. It's like the deep, dark places. I'm scared. Like, I want to go get assessed because I feel like it would do something to me. Because if it's not ADHD, what the fuck is it? Because girl ain't normal. I'm not normal. I'm not normal. My brain be processing things at a significantly different way than everyone else. You ever like talk to someone and you're like, this is my life, like this is what I'm experiencing, they're like, oh no, I don't know what you're talking about. You're like, what? That's not okay, right? No, that's what I meant. So it's not normal to want to not wake up. Okay, right. On that, and it's not as bad as it was, right? You know, I mean the depression, but I feel myself slipping back into. Again, we're being very real here. This is an open and honest conversation that I'm having with you. I don't hold back, and I'm gonna be honest. I feel I'm backsliding. I'm very much someone who likes to have a vision or like a goal in mind for life. One that's not too hard. Preferably one that only has like a limit, like maybe like end of the week type deadline. You know, like I can't do like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Alive, hopefully. I mean, I'm hoping. Speaking of future plans, I was talking to this guy and he wanted to know if I wanted to go see the next Spider-Man movie with him next year. He asked me for next year. I told him I don't even know if I'll be able to find the will to live until then. But I'll keep you updated. Like, I'll keep you in the loop. Trust, you're on the list, babes. You're on the list. I don't know why he thought that I would be able to give him an answer for that for next year. I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow. I don't even know what I'm doing in an hour. I don't even know what I'm gonna eat. No matter next year. But props, babe, props. If you can plan that for an event, props. But back to the whole diagnoses. If I could just put a name to it, bro. You know, it doesn't have to be ADHD. It could be autism. I don't even care at this point. It could be some sort of neurodivergence. It could be you're depressed. Get not depressed. Get on these anti-depression pills. Could be, oh, I don't know, you have bipolar. At this point, literally just slap a label on it. Tell me what my problem is. I don't even care. I can't. I'm at the end of my fucking rope, guys. I am at the end of my rope. And you want to know the results of that? I've stopped caring. I stopped. And part of it's like, am I manic? Like, am I losing it? Am I manic? It is becoming an issue. And you know, my biggest thing that I was asking myself was like, is this just my period? Because, you know, women, 28-day cycle, man, you were having ups and downs every single day. Never once are your days that look the same. Never. And so I was like, oh, it's not just my period, right? Like, I'm more motivated these days. I'm not, more so just kind of mellow and not feeling it some of these days. But it's like the days I'm supposed to be feeling good, like it's not really in sync with my cycle. Like, it wouldn't make sense. Does that make sense? It makes sense. So like, it's not that. Then what is it? I already know with some stuff I'm dealing with, but sometimes those are symptoms of bigger issues like ADHD or autism. So I'm like, I don't know. I need to get diagnosed. And all that leading back to the conversation that I wanted to originally talk about, which is being unhinged as fuck. I have gotten to a point where it's like, I used to be when I was a little girl, very aggressive, very bold, right? People would shit on me for that and basically be like, why is this little girl so it's like, you shouldn't be that way. So I changed and I internalized everything. And of course, guess what that leads to? Ashley has blowouts. She has blow-ups, and it would just be like a lid on a pressure cooker that just blew up. No one liked that. But everyone told me, oh, but you're too aggressive and you are too vocal otherwise. So like, just be perfect and then we can be friends. So I changed, got really people pleaser. Everyone had to like me. I was teacher's pet. Ashley, very just a neutral kid, not too out, not the class star, but not like one of the weird fucking kids, just kind of like in the middle. And then I got to a point when I was older where I was like, why are you doing this? Who is this benefiting? Why didn't they like you when you were outspoken, loud, just acting, honestly, and not to bring feminism into the picture, but acting like, a man. But, as a girl, it's like, oh no, you're too much. No one likes you when you're like that. Calm down, honey. And it would confuse me because I would just act like me or act like men. And no, I didn't get the same response. People didn't like that. And that plays into another whole conversation I'm not even going to get into, of just like identity and how I never felt like a girl and how I never felt like actual woman and I never liked girly things. I never liked womanly things, and how the patriarchy plays into that. How to do some internalized misogyny deconstructing, or whatever you want to call it. That was a great time. Still doing that. Hate that I found that out about myself, but here we are, thanks to the patriarchy. I got older and I was like, why are you suffocating yourself? Why are you acting this way? And I remember going on a rant about this like a year ago on my Instagram story, talking to women just about, and people in general, just like, why are you, just be unhinged. Be unhinged. Why the fuck do you care what people say? That's why my last video was just people who piss me off. People are just afraid to say it. I will be the one to say it. I don't care. People can shit on me all they want. They attack my looks. I don't give a shit. I'm sorry that I can't change the way that I fucking look. Okay? People want to attack my personality. People have been doing that my entire life, whether I act quiet and meek or whether I act loud and outspoken. And you know what? You're never getting a happy medium, because I refuse to be a happy medium for you. For you, I don't give a shit. If you don't like me, go find someone else. I don't know. That could also be just me and the mental illness. I don't know. I don't know until I, get figured out. But I'm glad that I can just, sit here and have a conversation with y'all. And like, I don't feel any type of way about speaking any type of way. And let me just be clear, right? When I make videos, when I talk to people, I'm never trying to inherently insult someone or disrespect them. I'm a very respectful human. I'm a respectful human to women. Sometimes men deserve the back of my hand. I am a respectful human. I'm a kind person. I like, engaging with people at times. If you meet me and you know me, like, people always say like, you're very kind, you're bubbly. Great, awesome. I love that. I love that you guys love that, When I say stuff that sometimes comes out off kilter, I don't know what's going on. I mean, this is where I was at the time, where my brain was. And let me tell you this, I can't be consistent for shit. And what I mean by that, you know, I can show up at a time, I can be loyal for a friend and show up for them. But when it comes to my opinions, you know, I heard this, and I was talking to someone about this at one point, and I will always say this, you know, if in a year from now you look back at who you were and you still agree with every single thing, that's kind of a problem. That's kind of a red flag for you. You always should be growing. You always should be learning and changing. And I always say, you know, I'm very strong and firm in my opinions, and I don't really care to ask for yours on something that, you know, situation in my life. But I'm open to knowing that, like, other people have opinions that may sway mine. So, you know, take what I say with a grain of salt, because next week I might be out here saying that I love men and I think they're the best thing ever, and the feminism isn't a thing, and, you know, the patriarchy, woohoo, and I, you know, love Andrew Tate. So don't listen to me, is what I'm saying. Take it with a grain of salt. Well, like, in all reality, like, I feel like half the time I'm very unhinged and I say really stupid shit, and the other half of the time, like, I know a lot of good things. I'm, like, very in between. Like, I want a balanced life. You know, I want to be unhinged and crazy and sometimes make stupid decisions for the plot, but then also knowing that, like, you know, self-care is good, therapy is good, getting help is good, eating well is a good thing, exercising is great and awesome and fun. I'm kind of addicted to it, but it's okay. You know, and these healthy habits are also good, while being crazy and sometimes making stupid decisions. And that's my life. That's who I am. So I think sometimes the whole conversation of, like, oh, I don't really care what people have to say about personality, I don't really care, you know, it's, like, very nonchalant, also comes with this air of, like, arrogance, and that's not really what I'm trying to put out. I do care about people sometimes, but sometimes I'm just like, fuck them. Like, I don't care. Especially if I don't know you. I care even less if I don't know you. Like, I do care, but I have boundaries. I do care, but I also don't care about your opinion, especially if you're a stranger. Do you know what I'm saying? And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. On a closing note, I'm glad that y'all liked my last video. I got some great feedback on it. Y'all were loving it. Y'all were eating that shit up. And so I'm glad, you know, enjoy them while they last, because I don't know when this hyper obsession is going to end. I'm trying to get back into my editing era, and so this is my way of doing that, along with my reading, which we'll be making a video about that. I have my current August reads right there, so we'll see how many I get there for the end of the month, and then I'll give you guys a little wrap up, a little review, if you will. This video really had no, like, point to it at all, just other than to talk about me, and maybe you can relate to it too. But again, I don't really make videos for people. I just make them as, like, it's like my journal, right? Sometimes I don't always feel like writing, and so I just vomit onto the screen, and this is what you guys get. And if you enjoy it, great. If you don't, then go eat glass. And y'all are special, for reals. Because, you know, this is a closed community. You know, I haven't really told anyone my main story, like, what kind of is going on. This is your guys' special moment. Enjoy it while it lasts, because I might open it up to the general public and start charging admission to come on over here. So your girl is trying to get a bag. So sugar daddies, hit me up. Boyfriends, girlfriends, hit me up. Thank you, and good day.